welcome to Town Time with me, Mark White, and with me today is Denis Grabe from Estonia. He's been ranked as high as number 8 in the world, Fargo rate 796, just outside the magic 800 club, back-to-back Euro Tour winner in Austria and Slovenia in 2014, and then a third Euro title in Turkey in 2019. He's been a quarter-finalist in the 2016 World Nine Ball Championships, 5th in this year's World 10 Ball, and 9th in the Matchroom World 9 Ball World Championships. Welcome to Town Time, Tallinn's number 1, Denis Grabe. Tere, tere.
Hello from Estonia.
Now, one thing I just want to start with very quickly is your name, right? Because I listen to commentators all the time, and I believe I'm the only one that says it right. All the rest of them, they butcher it. Now, I know you really don't mind how people say it, right? But as you know, Denis, I've lived in Estonia and I learned Estonian, so I know how the alphabet goes in Estonian and all that kind of thing. Now, it's not Grabe, it's not Grabe, it's Grabe. Is that correct?
Yeah, it's Grabe in Estonia, but I don't really mind if they say Grabe because maybe it sounds a little better when you're abroad, you know. But yeah, I don't really mind. Both ways are good.
Yeah, you're quite a laid-back guy, aren't you, really? Anyone that knows you off the table would say you're very, very relaxed. But on it, you're very, very competitive. And you've had some really, really good results. And to win just one Euro Tour is very, very difficult. You've got 3 under your belt. So you're obviously one of the players pushing for the top, Fargo rate 796. When do you feel that you can break through that 800? Soon?
Yeah, I mean the Fargo rate isn't the thing that I need to achieve, you know. I want to have a big world title. That's my main goal, and yeah, I'm pushing through. And yeah, this year I played the World 9 Ball, World 10 Ball. I finished 5th and 9th, and I lost to Fedor Gorst and Sanchez, and they're both top guys. So maybe if I get a little better draw next time, I might reach the final as well.
Yeah, and you mentioned those 2 players, and I'm not gonna go with any script here. We're just talking as a couple of guys just sitting having a chat about the game we love. You mentioned Sanchez Ruiz, Fedor Gorst, of course, who's just coming back after a little hiatus away from the game. Who do you think, you've mentioned them 2, who else is up there? Who would you say is the best player in the world? One of those 2 you just mentioned, or is there others that you'd consider to be the best?
Yeah, and with the Matchroom break format, winner break, I think Shane is also very difficult to beat because when he gets on a run, he can run like 6, 7, 8 racks in a row. Yeah, I lost to him also in the UK Open, and he ran a 4-pack and a 3-pack and a 3-pack. So I was basically sitting in a chair. I couldn't do much. Also, Albin Ocean is tactically very strong. Mario He, Alex Kazakis, all of them names, they're pretty good.
Yeah, to win a title now, and especially you mentioned the draw that you got there, pretty tough draw. You do need a little bit of luck, but there are so many players. You just mentioned like 10 players there maybe that could possibly win one of the titles, right?
And obviously, yeah, and obviously all the Taiwanese players, and now the Chinese players coming back with Wu Jiaqing and Dang Junhu, and yeah, it's really tough, you know. You need a bit of luck, and you need to play good yourself as well.
When I mentioned to a few people on Facebook that I had you coming on, and if they had any questions that they'd like to ask you, one of the most popular questions that people were asking me was, why wasn't Denis Grabe and Estonia in the World Cup of Pool just recently? And they were mentioning that they think you're great entertainment with your partner. So
yeah, I mean,
go on.
yeah, I mean, I think I'm basically the only player who is playing in the matchroom ranking tournaments. So we didn't have a second player who was competing regularly. But now junior world champion Karl Gnadeberg is making good runs. So I might play with him in the future. He just beat Abdullah Al Youssef and Badr Al Awadi and Nikos in the matchroom tournament. So I mean, he's great prospect in the future.
Yeah,
But
those three big names as well.
But for sure, I was thinking we deserve a spot after being third place 2 years ago and beating England and beating Philippines. So yeah, but I mean, it is what it is, and I just have to play better and hope for the invitations next time.
You mentioned Karl Gnadeberg there, who won the juniors, right? We were there in Puerto Rico, wasn't it, last year at the Junior World Championships? There's a great player as well in Finland, and I was just wondering how long it'll be, I wonder, before Mika Immonen is like out of the door and not in favour anymore, and getting young Riku Rompinen into the Finnish team, because yeah, it'd be great to see some young players playing in it, right? And he's a really good talent, isn't he, Riku? How good is Riku?
Yeah, he's I think one of the strongest juniors in the world. He's really good, and he just beat I think he beat Skylar Woodward, and he reached last 32 in the UK Open. So yeah, obviously he's many good young players coming through. It's getting really tough in the tournaments now.
You better start winning soon, mate, because they're getting younger and younger and younger. Another one in the World Pool, the World Cup of Pool, was young Khalid Algmandi, who won the SVB Junior, wasn't it, at the US Open this year as well. So there's lots of
Yeah,
young kids coming through, right?
yeah, there's many, and also the guys like Zielinski and Fedor Gors, they're not that old as well, and they've been winning titles already, like and many titles. So yeah, it's difficult nowadays. But
How old are you now? 30?
I'm 33, so but I have experience and I won almost all the guys. So I just need a great run to win a big title. But I think I'm capable of doing that, and I've shown that I've been playing really good recently, and I lost to Shane Van Boening, Fedor Gors twice, and Sanchez, so it's pretty tough draw.
Yeah, and obviously a lot of the game is down to a little bit of luck here and there at the right times on the day, right? I mean, I've seen you play, as you know, you were recently in Thailand, and when you're under no pressure, you know, when you're just playing, you never miss a ball. And there's a lot of pros like that, right? That just don't miss in practice. So it's in those match situations. Now, I've got you down as quite a focused, intense kind of guy that gives 100% every single time you get to the table. Is there anything, do you think, that's just holding you back a little bit on on your mental side of the game, without going too deep into it? You know, is that an important part of your game, do you feel?
Well, in the previously, I think I got too angry with some of opponents' lucky shots or something. But I try to be better now, and I before I maybe gave up too easy, but now I try to fight till the end. So yeah, I try to be more focused, more serious, and give 100%. So even if I lose, I know I did my all to win the matches.
Yeah, good point there. And I'm sure that's a big factor in the improvement that I've certainly seen from sitting in the commentary box and watching all your matchroom events as well. I think you are getting stronger, and I'm sure that title is going to be just around the corner. I'm sure it's not too far away. So let's move this on just a little bit now. Then I don't want to get too bogged down in like a normal interview kind of thing. This is a bit of fun. It's town time. It should be maximum 10 minutes, but I don't know. I seem to struggle with keeping within the time limits. So tell us what you play with, Denis. What cues do you play with first?
Yeah, I play with the Predator cues. It's a P3 custom made. It's a longer cue. It's 30-inch, and I also put an extension on it. And I play with a 11.8 shaft. Actually, it's also custom made because the taper is thinner, and I really like it.
The
And
Revo,
the
right?
tip
Obviously, it's the Revo.
Revo, yes, yes. And the tips, I'm using Taom tips for like 5, 6, 7 years already. They're really consistent, solid, and I really like them.
Is that the Fusion tip? Because I'm just about to have one of them put on my shaft. Do you recommend
No,
Fusion?
it's yeah, they're both good, but it's not the Fusion. It was the original one. Hard tip. I use hard tips.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Okay. What do you break with? Are you lucky enough to be given one of the golden break cues yet? Have you got one of them?
No, I didn't receive the gold yet. I still have the old BK Rush.
Yeah, I'm playing with exactly the
No, it's
same.
still the
Oh
old
yeah.
one, BK Rush.
And you're jumping with the
Yeah,
air
yeah.
rush,
It's
obviously.
Yes, the Air Rush, yes.
So
And I use the
I like
yeah,
this.
go on.
Oh no, I thought he was going to show me something else then. You're just putting your cues away.
Yeah, I mean I use the also this Air 2.
Ah,
I
yeah,
use
I
both.
like
I use
them.
the Air Rush and the yeah, 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 they're both good.
Has that got the town jump tip on it as well, or brake tip, whatever
Yeah,
it is?
it's the brake tip. It jumps really good, and it's been here a long time, and it's I really like it. Also, of course, I'm using the Taom chalk. The V10 is perfect chalk. It doesn't there's no kicks in the game, and also it doesn't leave any dirt on the hands and on the tables. So it's and also it lasts really long.
Yeah, it always amazes me how, because from my old snooker days when I used to play with chalk, all my back pocket used to be ripped and covered in chalk, and my mum used to moan because when she did the washing, all this green liquid used to come out of my trousers, like when I've left a bit of
Yeah.
chalk in the pocket, maybe, or something. But yeah, there's a big thing about town though, where people are saying, "Oh, it's not worth the money. It's so expensive." But I was in the commentary booth, and Victor Zelensky, was it Zelensky? It was Robbie Capito was playing against somebody, and he had two kicks. I think it might have been you. Was it against you in one of the Pro Billiard
I'm
series
not sure.
in Ohio? And he had two kicks at really bad times, and it cost him. One of them cost him a place in the semi-final, and right there he lost $4,000. And the other player was using Town, but he was using another. I don't know what he was using, to be honest, but he was using the normal blue. I think it might have been Master or Kamui. I don't know, one of the others, but I'm not sure, so I don't want to say. But yeah, so people say, "Oh, it's so expensive," but it lasts way longer than any other chalk, right? It alleviates kicks, and more importantly, it doesn't keep marking the table all the balls, right?
Yeah, you're right. And also, I think I mean, many top snooker players are using it, so they wouldn't use some rubbish if because they earn good money. They don't need to put the sticker here and use some bad company if they don't like it. So they must like it. I think John Higgins is using it. Many top snooker players are using it.
Yeah, Mark Selby, Sean Murphy, they're all coming round to it now, I think. I think the only
Yep.
top player that isn't using it is Ronnie O'Sullivan. And I reckon that's because they
Yeah.
won't pay him enough money.
Maybe, yeah.
Could be the point, right? So I remember seeing an interview with Sanchez Ruiz, and he was bringing out all these different. I think it was with Carl Boys, "What's in the Bag" or something like that. And he was bringing out all these little things that he carries with him in his case for superstition. Are you a superstitious guy? Do you carry anything with you?
Not really, but I have my own things. I have my own routines. If I keep winning, I do the same routine all the time over again. And also in last trip in USA, Alex Kazakis brought me a gift, so I put it in my case. It's an angry bird. Because sometimes I might be angry. It's a nice gift.
It is, isn't it? So where do you keep that then? In your suitcase, in your Q case? Where?
Suitcase, no suitcase. It was in my suitcase last few trips.
So I'm
So I
beginning.
hope it brings me luck.
Yeah, I do as well, and I'm wondering why. Uh, who was it? Oh, it was Filler and Newhausen. Why they were carrying a unicorn around with them? Did you see
Yeah, I
that?
don't know. Probably it's also some lucky thing they probably. Yeah, I saw it. Yeah, the pink one.
Yeah, the pink unicorn. So,
Yeah.
do you ever use another big conversation that I get involved with on social media? You know, I love a good old Facebook post. Um, do you ever wear earpods? Have you got any views on earpods, whether people should be allowed to use them in tournaments? Do you practice with them ever?
Yeah, I mean, in practice, I think it's allowed, but in tournaments, I think it should not be allowed.
And you ever use them or not?
Sometimes, yeah, but not really often.
What music do you listen to?
All kinds of
Smilers,
pop,
Tanapada,
house,
House, yeah.
yeah, Estonian as well, yeah, sometimes.
Christian, I can't say his surname, Kizarayu or something. He done this great Christmas song with a girl once. I can't remember the name of it now. That popped up on my memories the other day. And whenever I hear Estonian music, I always think of Tallinn and what a beautiful country it is. 8 years of my life there, and maybe I'll even retire there one day. Why don't you buy yourself a pool room? Any ambition to get a pool room, Dennis? I know your dad had one or something, right?
Yeah, I mean, he still has it, but he gives it out for rent, and I'm not practicing there. Um, but
Any
yeah,
any
you never know.
ambitions?
Maybe in the future, but yeah, maybe in the future. But at the moment, I'm sticking to my pool tournaments. But maybe in the future, yeah.
Yeah, it would be nice, wouldn't it, to maybe have like a Denis
Well,
Grabe
yeah,
academy or something to get to nurture
yeah,
some young talent.
yeah, it would be nice. Also, like I see some of the pool players are already doing it, like Jason Shaw in States or Kachi in Tirana. So yeah, for sure, it would be a nice a dream, to have a pool club and see all the young players playing there and giving tips to them. And because I've been in the game for 25 years, so I think I know what a pool club should look like.
Yeah. So you mentioned Jason Shaw there. He's got his room in Connecticut. I don't know whether you've been there or not yet, but it's a really big room and it's really nice. But he's just about to open another one in Dubai. Have you seen the video of that going around?
Yes, I heard and I saw the video. It looks nice. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to see what it looks like.
Yeah, I'm sure there's going to be some tournaments popping up now in the Far East, around Saudi Arabia and Kuwait and Dubai and those kind of countries. They're really putting a lot of money. They've already put a lot of money into golf, of course. It would be great, wouldn't it, if they could start putting money into big pool tournaments there and get the tour going there as well, because that's where the real money is, and that's what pool needs, right?
Yeah, and also the Middle East and Qatar hosted the World Cup in football, so they're hosting many sport events. I think they want to get involved in the sports. So I hope they will do some big events there because it would be nice to go there. Yeah.
So tell us a little bit more about your favourite game, Dennis. I mean, I know you're on the 9 ball tour, the WNT. for the Matchroom Tour. You're also playing the Predator Pro Billiard Series, which is 10 ball. You played in the World 8 ball, of course, which is going to be in Austria this year. What's your favourite game? What's your favourite format? What would be the perfect match in a tournament for Denis Grabe?
Well, I think I like 10 ball the most because it's more tactical and it's more safe being played. It's not only run out. You have percentage shots. You can play more safeties, more kick shots, and it's not only run outs. But to be honest, I like the matchroom format as well. The 9 ball is pretty good because it's not easy to manage the break. And the pockets were really tight last tournament in Spanish Open. It was humid as well, so it was really tough to play.
Even tighter, yeah.
I always said that the pockets are too big, too big. Now I might say they're too small.
So what's next for you? What's your next tournament coming up? What's the next big one that you're getting ready for?
It's the European Open, Matchroom German Open.
I am fooled
And
it.
then yes, and then in September we have the US Open, also matchroom tournament, and then we have many like the World 8 Ball in Klagenfurt. And what else? We have International Open. We have calendar full of tournaments, so it's gonna be a busy autumn.
Yeah, are you going to, I mean, you mentioned Temple there. Are you going to go to the Michigan? Is that on your plans? That's around about the same time as US Open.
Yeah, I signed up a few days ago. Yeah, I'm going.
Yeah, I saw that it was full. I just actually, oh, look, I've just noticed if I go like that with this green screen, I'm bald. That's what I look like when I'm bald. Now I've got hair. Sorry about that. Yeah, so we got Michigan. We've got Puerto Rico as well. I'm sure you're not going to miss Puerto Rico, right?
Yeah, I did enjoy the Puerto Rico. It's really nice city and really nice to be there. You know, it's like a holiday and also a tournament two in one. And they're really nice people, good food, good climate. So I enjoy there. Yeah,
Yeah,
and the nice
World 8.
arena as well.
Yeah, beautiful. What? How nice was that? Just all that
Yeah.
area, wasn't it? With the hotels around and the T-Mobile restaurants and bars and everything, really was an excellent. I mean, it was live on TV as well, wasn't it? There, which made it even better. So yeah, the world teams. I know. What about getting a female to start playing? Is there any females in Estonia? You need a female, Dennis, for the team championship.
I know, but we don't really have one. Well, I mean, we had Anna Klinchuk, a player who also lived in the States for a while, but she's not really playing too much. And you know, I mean, it's tough to compete with the likes of Kelly Fisher and all the Asian top players. So I don't think would have a big chance. So I don't think we are even considering going there.
Maybe it's about time that you settled down, found yourself a nice wife, and started a little pool team of your own. Oh, he's gone. Are you still there?
Yeah, yeah, I'm here.
Did you hear that last question, or did you mute me? Hello, Dennis. Oh, he's gone, has he? Are you there, mate? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here. Yep.
Did you hear my question? I said maybe it's about time you found yourself a nice wife and started having your own pool team.
Yeah, like Stiers and Gorst and Christina.
Yeah, and Piers, of course.
Yeah, of course, I forgot them.
Yeah, you can't forget them. I think they're going to be the first ones, mate.
I know.
Look, I always ask pros when I talk to them, if you could tell an up and coming player, somebody that's really into the game, they love it, they're doing their drills, they're practicing hard. What tip, what little piece, what golden nugget could you give a player now trying to make it in the world of pool? What little coaching tip and maybe a little bit of advice to go the right path, shall we say?
Mm, yeah, I think you need to work hard.
Okay. What would you say is what would you say is the hardest part of being a pool player at the moment?
It's just the traveling, I think, and also if you have a disappointment and you lose, to get over it, you need to get over it, and you need to fight for the next big matches and go to the next tournaments and forget the previous ones. So you need to be consistently, trying hard and working towards your goals. So and also a lot of traveling. Also, you have to be away from your friends, your family all the time, if you have a family, and yeah, it's pretty, and you need to focus and concentrate all the time, and it takes a lot of energy as well.
Are you one of these guys that work out now? Do you go to the gym and work out? I know a lot of the Europeans, that's their kind of thing that they're doing now, and the Asians, of course. Are you into
Yeah,
fitness as well?
I'm more like I like football and badminton and other like ball games, basketball. So I do that once in a while. I used to play basketball like 8 years.
Yeah, I wonder why you play basketball. You're a pretty tall guy, right?
Yeah,
How tall are you? 2 meters?
it's 190.
190. Well,
No,
that's
no,
pretty
not
tall.
that much. Yeah.
I thought handball's the game in Estonia, right?
Yeah,
Cross
a
country
little.
skiing, that's a big
Yeah,
thing as well.
yeah, not that anymore, but it used to be, yes.
Oh, really? Okay. Right, very last question, mate, because I'm running out of time. Who's your favourite player to play against, and who's your least favourite player to play against, and why? Just in a couple of minutes, tell us.
Yeah, I mean, easy answer would be the favorite player is the easiest one to play against, right? Because you're gonna win, right?
So who is that?
Uh, Kachi.
Oh, God. He just very quickly
Uh,
about Catchy, he's really gone up. I mean, I know he's always been good, but he seems to have gone up another level. It seems when he wants to, he can just turn it on, right?
yeah, he's very solid, consistent, and his technique is all the time the same, and he's very focused. Yeah, he's top player. He won the World Championships twice, so World 10 ball, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean he's one of the top guys to beat in every tournament.
And beat Ruiz as well from being quite far behind as well. I think he was 5-1 down or something like that and come back and won. And okay, so to
Yeah.
finish off, mate, who who's your least favourite player to play against? For whatever reason, it might be
Mm,
that they're too good, or they always tie you up, or they've got no weaknesses, or is it just somebody that that does
yeah,
something while you're playing?
yeah. I don't like to play the players who cry a lot. Uh, I don't say any names, but everybody knows them players who don't act as good as they should act. Obviously, I have been the same also sometimes, but I think some of the players are pretty much all the time doing some bad things. Also, the ones that try to cheat, and maneuver and do
Yeah, I get, I,
some.
I understand what you
It's
mean. I
it's not.
understand what you
I
mean.
think the sport should be fair. I'd rather play honestly and lose than to cheat than to win.
Yeah, 100%. I'm with you on that, mate. Look, I want to thank you for your time. It's gone on a little bit longer than I expected, but then again, it always does because once I start getting into pool, I mean, you know me, Dennis, very well. I'll talk all day and all night about pool. I just love it, and I know you do as well. I want to wish you really good luck in Fulda. Thanks for being my first ever guest on Town Time. It is a great chalk, and the world, it seems, is using it. Everyone's trying to get hold of it. It's almost like a little bit of an underground theme now going on with it. It's like really, people want it. It's something that people really, really want. There it is. Look. Okay, Dennis, I want to thank you so much, mate. Good luck with the rest of the season. Good luck with getting, I know it's not important to you, but I want to see you in that 800 club. And more importantly, I want to see you get one of the big ones. With Sim player, who was it who's just won one that had never won one before? Who's just won a title that
Mm,
everyone was saying, oh, this could be the start of something now? Oh, Spanish Open. Mark Bicelobosch against,
Tang Jinho.
yes, and Piers Labutis as well had a really good tournament there. He should have won. He should have won that semi-final. What a shame. Anyway, I know he's a good friend of yours, Alex Kazakis, all your road buddies. Any plans for a road trip this year? Very, very quickly.
Probably we gonna rent a car and do the same, yeah, like always.
And this year, I want you to do a video with the Queen. Do, 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 do. You know that one? Bohemian
Yeah,
Rhapsody. I want to see Alex
yeah.
Kazakis, Mario He, Oliver Schnalnocky. Who else was there? Alex Kazakis
Lukatos.
and yeah, Demetrius Lukatis. Right. Thank you so much, Dennis.
Yeah, we gonna do it.
Good. Do it for
Thanks
me.
for inviting.
Cheers, Dennis.
Cheers.
Nagamist.